Ministers can't have friends. This is an unwritten ministry philosophy that is prevalent among ministers. Variations of this unwritten philosophy is ministers can't have friends with people in their church. Ministers can't be friends with staff people, and just period, and ministers can't have friends because there's no one you can trust. Well, I completely understand where this unwritten ministry philosophy came from. Every minister has had their fair share of betrayals, church hurts. People said, "Oh, pastor, I will be there with you for the long haul," and then turn around and stab them right in the back. Ministers can and should have friends. They just have to use wisdom in selecting them. Let me give you 5 principles in choosing godly friends when you are in the ministry. Wisdom principle number 1, choose godly friends that can see God's call on your life. Years ago, before God launched me into full-time ministry, I was friends with 3 Christian women. We did life together. We were young moms and young wives, and we attended the same church. One day, God encountered me in prayer, and he said, "I need you to put a distance between yourself and those 3 women." And I said, "But why, Lord? They're Christians. They love you. We attend the same church." And this is what he said. He said, "You have a call on your life, a call that they can't see. They can only see the Jamie that is standing before them. And because their opinion of you matters to you, if you continue in close relationship with them, they will thwart my call on your life." Well, you could have just stabbed me right in the heart. I wanted nothing to thwart God's call on my life. At the same time, I loved being friends with these 3 women. But 3 decades later, looking back on the situation, as God always is, he was absolutely right. Had I not put distance between myself and those 3 friends, I would never have been able to see myself the way God viewed me. He viewed me as a minister of the gospel. They couldn't view me as such. Wisdom principle number 2 in choosing godly friends when you're in the ministry. Choose friends who are completely secure in who they are in Christ. Looking back on the ministry hurts that I have had, it's usually been through someone who was insecure. And insecurity is the open door through which the spirit of jealousy walks through, territorialism, comparison, competition, and even control. This is especially true if your platform is large. The larger your platform is, the more susceptible you are to jealous spirits. So choose friends who are completely secure in Christ. Wisdom principle number 3 in choosing godly friends. Choose friends who are strong in faith. I think about the account in Mark where the paralyzed man couldn't get through the front door in order for Jesus to heal him. So what happened? His friends lowered him through the ceiling. You want friends that will get you to Jesus in times of trouble. You want friends that will not limit God. You want friends that will spur you on to greater things in Christ. And this happens when your friends are strong in their faith. Wisdom principle number 4, choose friends who are spiritually mature. Mature people don't get offended. They overlook an insult. They walk in love even when they have the opportunity not to. They also don't expect you to be perfect. A spiritually immature friend could not handle being friends with a minister of the gospel. Wisdom principle number 5, Choose friends who are not spiritual climbers. These are people that have ulterior motives to being friends with you. They want to use you to climb the ladder of ministry success to get them where they need to go. I have a friend in ministry that uses what she calls the spaghetti dinner test. The spaghetti dinner test is when she invites a, let's say, potential friend out to dinner for spaghetti dinner. And she's looking for two things during that dinner and also after the dinner. The first thing she looks for is, do they talk about people to her? Because she knows if they talk about other people, they will eventually talk about her. The second thing that she uses the spaghetti dinner test for is to see if after the dinner, the next day or the next week or the next month, if people come up to her and say, oh, I heard you had spaghetti dinner with so. She told me all about it. This is something that should make you go, is she name dropping? Is she a possible climber? Obviously, great discernment is needed. But look out for people that are using you to climb their way to ministry success. So in closing, it's important to have friends when you are a minister, even though I will acknowledge that many times it's a lonely road that we travel. So I want to invite you to do life with the ladies in my network, Trailblazer Mentoring Network. You can find my network at trailblazermentoring.com. This is Dr. Jamie Morgan, and it's been my honor to be your mentor for these few minutes.